open the weekend box office. Well, looks like, yes, the first act is eating up some of this Little Mermaid box office from the international market, and the Little Mermaid is eating up some of this first access box office money from the domestic market. Yeah, this week is really interesting when you think about overall box office number for both of this movie. And both of this movie cost so much to make, so very interesting thing happening. Disney versus Universal. Obviously, I don't get it. How Disney they released this Little Mermaid movie just on second weekend with the first act, which is very like it is at the end of the day, it is an internationally box office hit type movie, and releasing Little Mermaid, which I didn't thought it last week. Now that I'm thinking it overall, yeah, it did hurt Little Mermaid box office at the international market. While this movie did do good, uh, domestic wise, but unfortunately, this movie's overall international market is really low. And when you read some of this international market, sounds like this movie didn't do as good as it could have been. Especially the Little Mermaid is, end of the day, it is a huge name for Disney. Even back then, this movie, the first Little Mermaid, made like $89 million on its opening weekend. Like back then. Now this movie, although it did open quite good, I think it is on par with Aladdin. But end of the day, Aladdin, although Aladdin did open like same number with the Little Mermaid, but I think Aladdin did really well overseas too. So very interesting, I guess. End of the day, Disney they're the one who win this movie's box office success, because they released this movie too close with so many blockbuster. By the way, next weekend we have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. After that, I think Indiana Jones coming out, then Flash. Oh my god, all these movies are coming out, and they're competing for same box office number. So it is very competition right now. Even the Guardian of the Galaxy is doing really well on its third weekend. So okay, so looks like, although for some reason I saw this article from Hollywood Reporter, like they are telling people this Little Mermaid will do, like for the 4-day memorial weekend, that it will open to like between 125 to 30 million. I think they were projecting that number, which was really high. When I saw that, I was like, whoa, that is really good. This movie will be do great at the domestic wise. But looks like since then, maybe they thought it will do good, that number. Like since then, yeah, this movie looks like it did open to $117 million domestic. I guess this number will change when we go to the Tuesday, because it's long weekend. I think Disney, they did not say anything like that, or I guess Disney, they try to really spin this box office. Otherwise, why would a Hollywood Reporter write this article? And anyway, so looks like it is sitting on, yeah, 180 something on the total worldwide market, this movie. Which is unfortunately is not good for overall this movie's box office success, because this movie, end of the day, it cost to make $250 million to make, which is really high for this movie. This movie does not have a, although I guess the underwater movies are expensive to make, but this movie does not have a huge star or anything like that. Although I do think it needed someone like Will Smith, because end of the day, Will Smith is a superstar, worldwide superstar. People know him. That is why when he clapped as Chris Rock, it was such a huge headline, because he's a global superstar. But anyway, yeah, looks like first act managed to cross $500 million at the worldwide market. Although domestic, it's filed at the domestic market. First act is really bad, especially for a domestic market. It's so low, this number. Although Chinese, like on the China box office, though, first act did really well. But unfortunately for Little Mermaid, did not do that good at all. Like especially in China, Korea, and some of this market, especially the European market also. Although I never thought this movie will do good at the Europe, because end of this movie, it is based on the European folklore. So I don't know how they will feel about the casting choice, but looks like it did okay at the Europe market. But I guess the Asia market, this movie did not do good at all. Overall, I feel like this Disney underestimating Universal Picture fast acts. That is the reason I think they didn't get this, like they got this box office number. End of the day, I don't know if this movie at this point will make $1 billion. I don't think so, because like this number is overall is really low, although it is a little bit more than Aladdin, but Aladdin did really well at the international market, and this one didn't. Especially I think Aladdin did really well in China, Korea, all this market, but this movie didn't. Yeah, yeah, I don't know who to blame except Disney for their marketing strategy and overall. Although this movie, it is well received from the audience. It did got a cinema score, but unfortunately, the way they marketed this movie, I think people are like, they thought, okay, I will wait to see this movie on Disney Plus. That means I think I still could do good. Let's see what happens next weekend. But unfortunately, there is another big movie coming out next weekend. That is Spider-Man Into Spider-Verse. And that's my thought on this weekend box office. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this number. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share my other videos on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe until I see you next time. Please take care.